Okay, Sarah Mueller back here again with take two for this video. We're going to try it again. Sorry about that if you were on the earlier broadcast. So I wanted to talk to you about how to get your family to pitch in around the house if they're not already. Okay, this is such a common problem, and I hear this over and over again. You know, as a mom, you probably start out feeling like it's your job to take care of the house and the kids and to nurture them and just do everything, and that is wonderful. But the problem is when they get bigger and even when they're little, there's a lot of work to do. And it's not fair for moms to have to do all that work. I have one of my sisters, she took this stance, she and her husband agreed when their kids were born that her job when the kids were little was childcare. So she didn't really do much of the house cleaning when she was home with the kids all day, and on Saturdays they all pitched in and everybody worked to keep the house clean. And I thought that was amazing, mind-blowing, right? Like when you are in charge of kids, your job is not to be cleaning up the house, right? I really feel like that. And obviously the less stuff that you have and the more decluttered you are and uncluttered, then the easier it is to maintain that. But it is not fair for moms to do all the work. So what do you do about it, right? Like it could be a real struggle, and people in your home might not agree with you. So what do you do? Okay, so it's a little easier, a lot easier maybe, with kids than it is with adults, but the same strategy applies. So what you do is you decide what you want people to do. So maybe you want them to start picking up their toys, or you want them to hang up their backpacks and their coats when they come in the house. You pick one or two small things to start with, and you let them know. You say, hey, it's not fair that you leave your stuff around. It will take you zero effort to hang this stuff up and put this away. So here's what I want you to do. When you come home from school or when you come in the house, I want you to put your shoes away, or I want you to hang up your backpack. And here's where it can go. And they will probably moan and groan and act like they're dying because you are putting these unjust requirements on them, but that's okay because you've been making their life pretty easy up until now. If they've had to do zero work and they've had no responsibility, of course they're going to be unhappy if you start to have some expectations. So that's okay. So you just, with a smile, you say, it'll be fine, you'll be okay, right? And then you go about your business. And so the next time that this situation happens where they need to hang up their coat or clear their place or do the dishes or whatever it is, you remind them and you stop them. So you try to set things up so that they are required to do whatever it is you want before they can move on to something that they want. So maybe it's they want to go to play outside. Okay, yeah, you can go play outside when you have put your backpack away. Then you may go play outside. And all of a sudden, they have a reason and a motivation to do it. Not just because you said so, but because they want to go play. Or, yes, we'll go to the park when you have done what I said. Or we will read, we'll go read books together when you have picked these things up. Or I'll take you to your friend's house when you have done what I asked you to do. So you tie it to something that they want. So then they have motivation. And you don't have to nag and repeat yourself over and over again. Very simple. When you've done what you're supposed to do, then we will do X, Y, Z. This works really well in my house with screen time, right? So when you have made sure your room is cleaned up and done what you need to do after school, then you may, turn on your computer or use your phone or whatever it is. It just makes it really simple and easy, and that way you don't have to do all that stuff. Okay, so I have a couple other suggestions for that. There is a book. It's called Boundaries with Kids, right? So this is the kid version. There's also straight up boundaries, and there's boundaries for marriage. This book is written by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. I will put the link in the post when I'm done. Fabulous book. So good. If you have anyone in your life, or if you feel like you aren't getting what you need and nobody's helping you, or if you have people that you're not happy with in your life, or you're just, feeling like people are taking advantage of you, this book, really the main boundaries one, but even the one with kids, they all have the same ideas that they present and discuss, and it is unbelievable. Just absolutely life-changing for me, and learning that I can set boundaries as a mom, and as a person. It's okay to set boundaries, and it's okay to say, no, I will not do that for you. I love you, but I won't do that for you, or I'm not going to accept that from you. So absolutely huge. Awesome. Okay, so a couple other things a couple other ideas I wanted to give you for, let's see, for kids and also for adults. Again, please don't feel like you have to do all the work around the house. It's not fair, and it doesn't teach the skills that you want your kids to know when they get older and when they grow up, right? You don't want your sons and daughters growing up thinking that someone else is going to just take care of everything for you. You want them to have those skills, right? And when they have those skills, people need to be able to do that kind of thing. And if they don't, they become entitled and grouchy and ungrateful. And there's just so many other bad things that happen if they feel like, they don't have to take responsibility for anything. So there's just a ton of huge benefits that come when you do require them to, and just again, dishes after dinner, or cleaning up their room, or cleaning up their toys. It's totally that, and decide where your boundaries are, and decide what you want from other people, and then just stand your ground. And you can let the consequences kick in. You don't have to be, let's say, quote unquote, the bad guy, right? You can say, I'd love to take you to your friend's house. As soon as you're done with cleaning up your room, I will be happy to do that, right? Or, I'm really looking forward to going to the park with you. As soon as you do what you need to do, then we'll do that. Or, even if it's dessert. That way you can empathize with them and their wish to do something else, or, maybe they don't like what you want them to do. You can emphasize, yeah, I really don't like doing the dishes either, but guess what? It has to be done. And if we can do it with a good attitude, it's a lot more manageable than it is if we're just going to moan and groan about it. So attitude is everything. And with this kind of a strategy, you can empathize with them and agree with them, but still stand your bound, keep your boundary, and get some help around the house. All right. So I would like to hear if you guys are doing this kind of thing, if, what kinds of things your family does around the house, and, if you feel like there's a good balance of work, or if you feel like you're kind of stuck with everything, and, what would you pick to have someone else start doing? So leave me a comment. I will check back in on the comments later, but I just had this quick thought, and I thought this would be a good video to share. So I will catch you online. Oh, by the way, also, if you're not already part of our Facebook group, Declutter My Home, we have so much encouragement going on, and there's so much motivation, and people are doing amazing things. So if you have clutter and you're looking to find some help to get rid of it, that's the place to be. All right, I will also post the link for that one in the comments, in the post. All right, I'll see you later.